good morning. Welcome to Storytime, our very last Storytime for the summer, using our Imagine Your Story summer reading theme. So we've been talking a lot this summer about different fairy tales and mythical creatures and different things that you come up with using your imagination and your creativity. So some of those creatures we've been talking about have been unicorns and dragons, and I have some different mythical creatures we're going to talk about today. And these are some of the kind of more like mean and ugly and hairy and kind of icky mythical creatures. And the very first thing we're going to do is read a story, and that story will introduce you to some of these characters. And then we're going to read a classic fairy tale that has one of these characters in it. So the first thing we're going to do though is we're going to say good morning to everyone. So put your hands together and we're going to clap and sing good morning. So ready? Here we go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. We're glad you're here today. All right, so my very first story, and this is kind of a funny one, and you can interact along with this story. So there's going to be multiple parts in this story where there's going to be a gobble. So you can put your hands like this and go gobble or gobble gobble when that part comes up. And at the very end, there's a big burp. So you can burp along with me too, but don't get too gross, okay? Just keep it kind of silly, all right? We're gonna have fun. So this is my story. It's called Beware of the Frog, and I'm reading this with permission from Candlewick Press, and it is written by William B. This is the story of a sweet little old lady named Mrs. Collywobbles. Mrs. Collywobbles lives in a little house on the edge of a big, dark, scary woods. The only thing protecting Mrs. Collywobbles from all the horrible creatures that live in the big, dark, scary woods is her little pet frog. There he is. Look, there is little Mrs. Collywobbles hiding in her kitchen. There she is. Who has she seen coming out of the big, dark, scary woods? Oh dear, it's that terrible thief, greedy goblin, up to no good, out stealing from sweet little old ladies. Nickerty-noo, nickerty-doo, if I get a chance, I'll steal from you. I love to steal money and shiny pretty things. I'm in and out of the house in a flash. So this guy is a goblin. What's this? Beware of the frog. That's what that sign says. Beware of the frog. Well, no frog will keep me from getting what I want. Maybe I'll just steal that frog, too. Nickerty-noo, nickerty-noo. If I get a chance, I'll steal from you. And so, Greedy Goblin quietly opens the gate. But, oh dear, the frog doesn't look very pleased about that. So here he is. Ready? Here we go. Gobble. What did that frog do? He got the goblin. Look, there's Mrs. Collywobbles hiding in her bathroom. There she is. Who has she seen coming out of the big, dark, scary woods? Oh dear, it's Smelly Troll, up to no good. He moves into the little old ladies' houses and stinks so much that they have to run away. Welly woo, I'm awfully slimy and awfully smelly. This little old lady's house is just what I've been looking for. I'll whiff something rotten so she'll soon run away. There's the troll. Kind of creepy looking. What's this? Beware of the frog? That's what that sign says. Beware of the frog. I'll belch and I'll reek and I'll stink so much that frog will have to hop off too. Welly, 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 I'm awfully slimy and awfully smelly. And so, with a whiff, Smelly Troll opens the gate. But, oh dear, the frog doesn't look too pleased about that. There he is. Gobble, gobble. That frog got the troll too. Silly frog. Look, there's little Mrs. Collywobbles hiding in her bedroom. Who has she seen coming out of the big, dark, scary wood? Uh-oh, who's next? Oh dear, it's giant, hungry ogre. He wants his supper and his favorite food is sweet little old ladies. Dum-de-dum, dum-de-dummy, I've got a very, very hungry tummy. This looks promising. My belly's rumbling and I must have my supper. A juicy old lady cooked in lots of honey and butter. So there's the ogre. Kind of like Shrek is an ogre. What's this? Beware of the frog. That's what this says, remember? Beware of the frog. Yum, yum, that frog will taste lovely dipped in some ketchup. Dum-de-dum, dum-de-dummy, I've got a very, very hungry tummy. And so, giant hungry ogre licks his lips and opens the gate. But oh dear, the frog does not look very pleased about that. There he is. Ready? Gobble, gobble, gobble. The frog got the ogre. So that was the story of a sweet little old lady named Mrs. Collywobbles who lived next to a big, dark, scary wood. As you can see, Mrs. Collywobbles no longer has to spend all her time hiding in her little house, and that's all thanks to her little pet frog. Oh, my little froggy friend, how can I ever thank you? Asked Mrs. Collywobbles. The frog thinks for a moment. How about a little kiss? Suggests the frog. So Mrs. Collywobbles gives him a little kiss. And hey, presto! Mrs. Collywobbles is transformed into a sweet little old lady frog. But, oh dear, she doesn't look very pleased about that. What do you think is going to happen next? Let's find out. Does she? Look at that. I would never have guessed that's what would happen. She gobbled him all up. And now, the very end. This is where you can participate. Ready? Burp. She burped. That's the end. So, I really like this really silly book, Beware of the Frog. I think it's pretty funny. So there are some mythical creatures that we read about in this book. Do you remember what some of them are? I'll give you a second to think. Well, one of them, obviously, of course, is the frog. Because remember at the end, he was able to transform Mrs. Collywobbles with a kiss. A lot of fairy tales that have frogs in them have the frogs have magical powers and they can transform things with their kiss. So some of the other creatures in that story were goblins, trolls, and ogres. So my next activity, well, first we're going to do some little, a little movement activity about trolls. And then my next activity is a classic fairy tale about one of those three creatures. We'll have to find out in just a little bit. But first, let's stand up. And do you know how to do the hokey pokey? If you do, you're going to be excellent at this next activity because this is the troll pokey. So trolls have like long, icky fingernails, claws. Some of them have horns. Some of them are really hairy. They're kind of ugly, and they have big feet. So we're going to use those body parts for the troll pokey. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the claws. Ugh. And they have kind of like long, icky fingernails. So put your claws in, you put your claws out, you put your claws in, and you shake them all about. You do the wild rumpus and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. So we're doing the wild rumpus like this because we're wild creatures. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is the troll's horns. You put your horns in, you put your horns out, you put your horns in, and you shake them all about. You do the wild rumpus and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. The next thing is those big feet. So get your feet up there. You put your big feet in, you put your big feet out, you put your big feet in, and you shake them all about. You do the wild rumpus and you turn yourself about. That's what it's all about. And the very last thing is your whole hairy, icky troll body. Ready? You put your hairy self in, you put your hairy self out, you put your hairy self in, and you shake it all about. You do the wild rumpus and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. All right, you can have a seat. So, my next story is, like I said, it's a classic fairy tale about one of those mythical creatures, and it's also about three of this animal. Do you know who this guy is? That's right, he is a goat. And the three goats in my story are all called Billy Goat Gruff. So this is the three Billy Goats Gruff. So, once upon a time, there were three billy goats. They lived in a valley, and the name of all three billy goats was Gruff. There was very little grass in the valley, and the billy goats were very hungry. They wanted to go up to the hillside to a fine meadow full of grass and daisies where they could eat and eat and eat and get really fat. But on the way up, there was a bridge. Here's the bridge. Over a rushing river. And under the bridge, there lived here's the mythical creature. Ready to find out who he is? A troll. And he was as mean as he was ugly. So here's the troll. He lives under that bridge. First, the youngest Billy Goat Gruff decided to cross the bridge. So here he is. And he goes, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, over the bridge. "Who's that tripping over my bridge?" roared the troll. "Oh, it's only I, the tiniest Billy Goat Gruff," said Billy Goat in his very small voice, "and I'm going to the meadow to make myself fat." "No, you're not," said the troll, "for I'm coming to gobble you up." "Oh, please don't take me, I'm too little." "That I am," said the Billy Goat. "Wait till second Billy Goat Gruff comes, he's much bigger." "Well then, be off with you," said the troll. And a little later, the second Billy Goat Gruff came to cross the bridge. Here's the second Billy Goat Gruff. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, went the bridge. "Who is that tripping over my bridge?" said the troll. "Oh, it's only I, the second billy goat, Gruff," said the billy goat, "and I'm going to the meadow to make myself fat." And his voice was not as small. "No, you're not," said the troll, "for I'm coming to gobble you up." "Oh, please don't take me. Wait a little till the third billy goat, Gruff, comes. He's much bigger." "Very well, be off with you," said the troll. Then up came the third billy goat, Gruff. Here he is. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. The third billy goat, Gruff, was so heavy that the bridge creaked and groaned underneath him. "Who is that tramping over my bridge?" roared the troll. "It is I, the big billy goat, Gruff," said the billy goat, and his voice was as loud as the troll's. "Now I'm coming to gobble you up," roared the troll. "Well, come along," said the billy goat, Gruff. "I've got 2 horns and 4 hard hooves. See what you can do." So up climbed that mean, ugly troll. Here he comes. And the big billy goat butted him with his horns and trampled him with his hooves and tossed him over the bridge and into the rushing water. Then the big billy goat, Gruff, went up the hillside to join his brothers. In the meadow, here's all the brothers. There they are, 1, 2, 3. No more bridge and no more troll. Oh. There. In the meadow, the 3 billy goats, Gruff, got so fat that they could hardly walk home again. They're probably there yet. So snip, snap, snout, this tale is told out. That's the end of the 3 billy goats, Gruff. So that story had a mean, ugly, hairy troll in it. And 3 billy goats. 1, 2, 3. A big, a medium, and a small. So I have a little finger play for you about the billy goats, Gruff. And it goes like this. 3 little goats went walking. Here's the 3 goats, and they're walking. One lovely summer's day, they crossed the bridge to get some grass. But a troll got in their way. They tricked the troll, and down he fell into the water wet. Now the 3 little goats are getting fat, and the troll hasn't come back yet. Let's do that one more time. Put up 3 fingers. 3 little goats went walking one lovely summer's day. They crossed the bridge to get some grass, but a troll got in their way. They tricked the troll, and down he fell into the water wet. Now the 3 little goats are getting fat, and the troll hasn't come back yet. All right, I have one more thing for you. I'm going to take these billy goats off of the board because maybe you've noticed this little thing I've got up here on top of the flannel board today, and this is a little bridge. And I have kind of a little song for you about the billy goats, Gruff, and I'm going to use some puppets for the song. So you can make the noises along with me for this song, and maybe use your feet and make the noises with your feet. So it goes like this, and it's to the tune of the Wheels on the Bus. So you might kind of recognize the tune. It goes like this. Let me get set up real quick first. So here's the little billy goat. Here he is. And he's gonna go across the bridge. The little billy goat goes clippity-clap, clippity-clap, clippity-clap. The little billy goat goes clippity-clap, right above the troll. Oh, there's that troll. Ah! So that was the little billy goat. And you could clippity-clap with your feet. Here's the middle billy goat. Here he is. His horns are a little bit bigger. The middle billy goat goes trip, trip, trap, trip, trip, trap, trip, trip, trap. The middle billy goat goes trip, trip, trap, right above the troll. Here's that mean ugly troll. And like I said, you could do that one with your feet too, a little bit louder. Trip, trip, trap, trip, trip, trap, trip, trip, trap. So that was the middle billy goat. And here is the last billy goat, the biggest one of all. And look at his horns. Oh, big, huge horns. And he's got a little bit of a beard going on, because some goats have beards. So this guy goes, the big billy goat goes stomp, 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 stomp. The big billy goat goes stomp, 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 right above the troll. But remember what the big billy goat does to the troll? With his big horns. So let's try that one more time. And now that you kind of know how the song goes, you can make the movements with your feet a little bit easier this time. So ready? Here we go. The little billy goat goes clippity clap, clippity clap, clippity clap. The little billy goat goes clippity clap, right above the troll. The middle billy goat goes trip, trip, trap, trip, trip, trap, trip, trip, trap. The middle billy goat goes trip, trip, trap, right above the troll. And very last, stomp as loud as you can, because here's the big billy goat. The big billy goat goes stomp, 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 stomp. The big billy goat goes stomp, 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 right above the troll. All right, that's all I have for you. The last story time of the summer. So, like I said, this is the last story time of the summer, and we'll most likely be doing story times virtually again this fall. So watch our website for updates on that. It'll most likely be starting back up in like mid-September, and we might be playing around with some different formats for story time this fall. So stay tuned, watch our website, and call or email the library with any questions. So it's been a fun summer. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, for those of you who've tuned in. And let's put our hands together and blast off. Ready? Here we go. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Bye!